To the Regents who are here, this is a great day for our family, but even more important, this is a great day for the Runnin' Rebel family. And I was speaking with Stacey Augman earlier, and I said, I don't know why I'm the one. I'm excited about it. We are excited about it. But one thing I do know is this is about the Runnin' Rebels. This is about all the great former coaches. This is about all the great former players, many of whom are here today. And the one thing our staff will always remember, our players will always be reminded of, is that it's about the Runnin' Rebels. And so we're excited. 1989, 22 years ago, Coach Tarkanian gave me an opportunity to come to UNLV as a scholarship player. He gave me an opportunity to come and be part of 2 Final Fours and to win a national championship. And even more than that, he gave me the opportunity to develop a kind of camaraderie with the teammates that I played with. And last year when we had the 20th celebration, all the guys were there. It wasn't just about the championships, and Coach Tarkanian always used to talk about, we don't talk about winning, we talk about relationships, and we talk about being together. And that was what it was like. We hadn't missed a beat. And it was such a special night that night. But for me, it was even more than that. And UNLV became the greatest decision I ever made, because it was about the faculty members. It was a political science degree. It was later a master's degree in business administration. It was being on campus with so many wonderful faculty members that I developed lifelong relationships with that had such a profound effect on my life. And then after I was done playing, the loss to Duke was fresh in my mind. I had taken the LSAT. I was going to law school. And Coach Tarkanian, in his infinite wisdom, came to me and he said, you know what, Dave, I'm going to have a spot on my staff. I really see something about you. I think you can be a coach. My dad was a long-time high school coach, a really important person in my life, but I'd never really thought about coaching. And Coach Tark came to me and he said, you know what, I think you could really become a great coach someday. And so I went ahead and I stayed on his staff, and here we are, 20 years later, almost to the day, I'm standing here, and I'm humbled because Coach Tarkanian is right here, and I have the job that he had. And that makes all the difference to all of us who've been Runnin' Rebels. He gave me my start in coaching, and I've always said that the reason why I coach is Coach Tark, but it's also because of Coach Gerg. And we all know Coach Gergerich. You know the impact he's had on people's lives, on players' lives, the difference that he makes. One of our players recently asked me, Coach, why do you coach? We know you did pretty well in school. We know you could have done a lot of things. And I said, you know what? It's 2 reasons. I love the competition. I hate to lose, love to win. But it's the impact that we as coaches can have on young men. And if I can just somehow, and our staff can just somehow make a difference in our players' lives, these are the guys that are important. Just somehow, like Coach Tark did, like Coach Berg did, Mark Workentine, Keith Starr, the coaches that I had when I came to UNLV, then we've really, really done our job. You know, it's really about these players, and we've always talked about that. As great as yesterday was for our family, the highlight for me was the opportunity that I had to go spend time with guys that I had unbelievable respect for their effort, for their commitment to winning, but I really didn't know. And I think in a short period of time, I think we developed a little bit of a rapport. And again, there's going to take some time with trust, but this is a winning team. And for these guys to show up when they've known me for one day means a lot to me and to our staff. And there's great things ahead. Really good conversation. My wife, we loaded up the car. My kids have spring break next week, so we loaded up the car, left Provo. My wife drove, and I joked with her at the end, this is the quickest trip we've ever had because my phone rang the whole time. But, you know, just had Coach Kruger and I had an opportunity to speak. And what a great conversation. And I told these guys last night how fortunate they were to come to UNLV and to play for Coach Kruger and his staff and the unbelievable foundation that Coach Kruger had. So many of the legends are here today. You're the guys that really make this program what it is. Complimented Coach Kruger on that. And all we're going to try to do is just build on the great tradition of this program, what Coach Kruger left behind. And so for him to call and to just lend a helping hand was something that meant a lot to me and to our coaching staff. I will tell you in terms of style of play, and it's something that's really, really important to us, these guys defend as well as anyone in the country. And the only thing I know is the way I learned from Coach Tarkanian, and that's to play Runnin' Rebel basketball. We know what that means. It's to defend at one end, and it's to push the ball as fast as you possibly can to the other end. if the other team scores, and let's not let that happen very often, okay? But then you know what, whoever the four-man is, we get the ball out of bounds, and we're going to sprint it up, and we're going to play together, and we're going to play winning basketball. And the thing that we talked about is that we're going to win. We know we're going to win, but the style of play is so important to us and to our staff, and that's what we're going to recruit to, a style of play. And we've got guys up here who can play that way and who can make Coach Tark and all the former great coaches proud. And we're also going to be consistent. I think the most important thing and characteristic of our program is going to be consistency. Really, really important for us to play that way. That's an extremely important thing. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all the wonderful coaches that I had an opportunity to work for at UNLV. Again, it started with Coach Tark, and then it was Coach Gerg, and then that one year we remember it was Coach Landa, and then Coach Edwards, and then Coach Bano, and then Coach Good, and then Coach Spoonhour, and then Coach Jay Spoonhour. And so you talk about, if you have the ability, like I believe I do, to learn from a lot of different experiences, then I should be a pretty smart guy. But this is a special place. It will always be about the players. It will always be about the tradition of this program. I'm really humbled by the unbelievable people that are in this room. Again, I don't know exactly why it's my turn to have this, but I represent all the former Rebels who are just as equally qualified, and just say how thankful I am. My family's here. My family, my wife's family are here, but my wife Mindy is here, and she actually is a UNLV grad, which is really, really relevant. So. And then my son Travis is here, and we told him yesterday morning, we got the call and we're going to UNLV, and the first thing he said to me, he said, you know, Dad, I've made enough baskets in the Marriott Center. I think I need to go try out the Thomas and Mack. And then we have an 8-year-old who, he's a Runner Rebel fan, but he'd rather be swimming today, so we all understand priorities in life. But again, so excited to be here. You know, I have a great support staff, and I've always believed if you start listing everybody, you know, you leave somebody out and you hurt people's feelings. But the thing that makes UNLV so unique, you know, is the fact that people care and people stay, and there's something about Runner Rebel family, and the real goal of our program is to be inclusive. And just so excited to be the coach. So many people are so qualified, but I'm excited to be back on campus. I'm excited to be in the community. Our team is going to overachieve. We're going to stay together. We're going to make extra passes. We're going to shoot the ball well. We're going to play with freedom within our structure that we play, and we're going to win games, and we're just going to have a good time at doing it. And we're going to be thankful for all the players and coaches that came before us. The one person I do want to mention, and again, this is one person who's special to all of us in the room. And it's a person that would really like to be here today, and it's a person that I wish could be here to see this. And that's Kenny Gwynn, because he really symbolizes and epitomizes what we're all supposed to be about. Nobody loved the state of Nevada. Nobody loved the community of Las Vegas. Nobody loved UNLV more than Kenny Gwynn. And he would tell us all, let's get on the same train together. Let's get together, let's be a team, and let's go win, and let's enjoy what we're doing. And so a special mention of Dr. Gwynn, because he was someone who believed in me and believed in all of us, and he's really what we want our program to be all about. So I just thank you so much. It means so much to our family, to our players, and to our coaching staff that's being assembled. We actually added a coach today, Justin Hudson. He's going to be the first coach who's going to be named for. Justin has done an unbelievable job at San Diego State, and he actually signed a contract today. Coach, it's like kids signed NLI. Now we don't have a violation because he signed his name, so we're good, so we can talk about him. And then just to be proactive, I have been in conversation with Stacey Ogman, and you know, there's no greater rebel, and there'll be guys who are tied, but there's no greater rebel than Stacey Ogman, and we've talked about the possibility of him joining our staff, and Stacey, as you know, and he learned so well from Coach Tark and Coach Gerg and the others. He's so loyal. You know, he's just so concerned right now with the Denver Nuggets and the fact they're about to start the playoffs, but he's really interested in coming, and we're going to continue to talk. And one of his first questions was, well, when would I have to come? And I knew exactly where he was going. He didn't want to leave his team in the middle of, and so I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that situation, but I know that question's going to come up. But I can't think of anyone who would better represent our program and what Coach Tark and all the coaches and former players would be all about than Stacy. So we'll see if that happens, but again, excited to be back and excited to have a Rebel presence and just excited more than anything to be your coach. And again, I'll just leave you with, this is our program, it's not mine, and I'm just a caretaker, but I'm just honored to be the one who has a chance to be a big part of running Rebel basketball yet again. So thank you very much.